guess another thing that would be important to talk about is my perception of beauty. Of course, everyone has a different idea of what is beautiful, and I don't mean that by any, um, stereotypical standards. I'm not talking about blonde, blue eyed, and fake tits. I'm talking about, um, just what kind of image I grew up with and what inspired me or what motivated me to look the way I do. And that doesn't, just mean body image or um, how my body is, but also, my hair or whatever other typical things we do every day to, like, maintain our image. And, I guess with me, I was never really concerned. Like my parents told me when I was little, they were just glad that I ate, kind of. They're like, oh, okay, the kid eats, so that's probably good, right? But then it got a little excessive. I was never like a extremely heavy kid as a child. I was kind of medium, but at 13 I started eating a lot more. Just, I guess, out of emptiness. I wasn't depressed ever. I wasn't, I was just a little bit bored, and I started to eat, and, it started to get a little excessive, and I remember being really hungry, just really hungry. And, after I started getting comments from my parents and family, I don't handle criticism very well, so I took it very personally. And because all of those comments drove me to think negatively, it was more just the kind of out input I got from people. That's what drove my kind of desire to get thin again. I think that had I not received such negative responses, I would have been a lot more, comfortable in the skin I'm in right now. Of course, all friends and all that, they will tell me I'm fine and thin or, perfect how I am or whatever that other crap is. But that goes to a certain degree, and then you think about it and you're like, well, what really matters is how I feel about myself, not what others tell me about me. So, that's what I keep telling my friends in response to their encouragement. And, those who do tell me, like, oh, that's great, you're trying to lose weight, that's cool. That's a little bit more appreciated than, like, oh, stop it, you don't need to do that. So, I guess my idea of what beautiful is came from, I guess, my dad, because my dad would tell me what he liked in women, at least physically. So I kind of was driven by his standards almost, because he was the only guy I knew. I don't have brothers. I never really had guy friends until I was a lot older. So I was told, women should have, like, long legs, and it's all about legs, and wear skirts, and wear, nice jeans, and make your legs look longer. I heard that's a very European thing, but I was driven by that. That was my thing. And I guess, another thing that bothers me is that the typical woman, not even the thin woman, but the typical just kind of healthy woman, is described as having the figure eight shape with boobs, a chest, and then a butt. Well, not everyone, unfortunately, has that build to carry fat, in the upper area and then the lower area and then a thinner middle. I carry most of my weight in my midsection. I don't have much of a butt, and I don't have much for boobs either. So that's what's so frustrating to me, is that, that's the typical female figure, and yet I could never achieve that, no matter how thin I get, because it's a body type issue. You can't It's just where your fat goes. That's a totally different, subject. So it's a matter of dealing with it and working with it instead of against it. And, like a couple people said, well, you don't know your real shape until you get thin. Because I know what my real shape looks like, and it's basically my mom's. My mom and I have the same figure. Assuming that we're both the same thingness, we would be, the same figure. She has a thin waist because she's just thin. She's 120 pounds. That's significantly less than what I weigh at 165-ish. So I don't know, I'd be a lot happier with my mom's shape, but I can definitely say that I would find another body shape a lot more attractive. Again, about dealing with it, so working on it. It's a self familiarizing with yourself, I guess. Anyway, that's about it for now. You'll hear back from me shortly.